going to be talking about something that is very close to my heart. Very, it's just so painful. We're going to be talking about the ghetto that is Kenyan public high schools. Because what was that we went through? Even now, we just need like collective therapy for us to heal as a nation. Maybe that is what is the problem with Kenya as a country. Because even now, see how many years later, I'm just like, I am yet to heal. If you talk to anyone who's gone to a public Kenyan high school, then it's very clear to see that we all have like a shared trauma. You get a feeling in your heart that something needs to be done, something is not right. And I don't mean actually those bougie high schools, gani. I mean those kawaida high schools deep in the corners of Kathonzweni that you just can't recover from that experience, especially if you came from a private school, and then you go to those schools, something in you breaks, that the only thing that can heal it is $1 million. If you don't relate to this experience, I'm so happy for you. Your parents really, they really saw the purpose in you, and they didn't want you to suffer. But for the rest, why is my voice shaking? Even my voice is shaking because I'm just like, oh my god, anxiety. I went to a high school that I will not name for safety reasons. I didn't want to go to that school. I wanted to go to Kenya High. I wanted to go to, vibes. And then my dad, because my dad is a teacher, was like,
See, no daughter of mine attended Nairobi Kuharibika. Oh my god, no, you're not going to those schools.
The first thing that comes to mind when I think of that school is the food. And I've talked to people who've gone to like kawaida public high schools, and everyone complains like, mbona hatukuwa tunapewa chakula? And you're an adolescent, you're a teenager, you're growing, your body is changing and all that good stuff. But why are we practically being starved? Why is it that I'm always hungry? And then to make matters worse, my school didn't have a canteen. My school didn't have, at least you couldn't carry snacks or anything. You couldn't carry home food. We didn't have a visiting day. So ile chakula umekula the day before you go back to school, please know that you're starving for 1.5 months before you come home for midterm. You eat, and then you go back to school and starve. Okay, we'd have porridge in the morning, white porridge. I didn't like porridge. Sijui kani maringo ama sijui. And then we'd have tea at 10 a.m. And I remember, your belly at 10 a.m. ring. Hey, you see all these girls, all these baddies in Nairobi. These babes were running for bread, and it's not a lot of bread, just 2 slices of bread. But at 10 a.m, hey, stampede to the dining hall. Everyone is running for bread so that you get the biggest piece. And then we'd have lunch at 12:30. I think at 1. We'd have githeri every dinner, and then for lunch we'd have either ugali and cabbage, or rice and dengu, I think, or rice and beans. And it's not actually githeri for vibes, it's just githeri for dark days, man. But one way or another, like mtu wako anashiba, and I can't believe it. Speaking as someone who barely eats nowadays, guys are just begging me, please Glow, you will really die, please eat. And so because we didn't have a canteen, we had this thing where we'd buy bread over the weekend. I'd finish like a whole loaf of bread in less than half a day. Like, hiyo mkate ilikuwa tamu. And you're not eating it with tea, with margarine or anything. Kavu bread. So the question is, if you're a public school principal, why are you starving children? Like, so just give them food. The other thing that has always baffled me about Kenyan public high schools, now, why was there a rumor that every principal was in devil worship? As in, let's just be serious, guys. These people are Christian men and women, people of the Lord, sheep of the Lamb, disciples of the Lord, disciples of Christ. Dark times. Like, I don't know why everyone had a story of, oh sijui principal is a devil worshippers, oh sijui this girl is Illuminati, oh sijui this girl sijui she was walking in my dreams, oh sijui I had people laughing. Hey, please, please, let me tell you, I actually think that most of my issues with sleeping came from high school, because there's so many stories like that. Kwanza watu wa CU tu wakuja watuambie vile sijui they heard, they were told, they were prophesied to. Hey, deep in the night. Kenyan public high schools just have that devil worship rumor going around. Because there was a time at my school, so on the field, nyasi kakauka, like a part of the field, the grass just dry, and it's not actually the entire field, just in the center. And then we were told at sijui, what were we told? At sijui the worshippers were praying there, they were praying sijui, and then the nyasi kakauka. As in, guys, if we're really honest with ourselves, this was kind of weird. Like, thinking back now, these stories were kind of suspicious. Be delivered. Okay, also let's talk about why were high school teachers so weird human beings. Like, most of them had such strange behavior. I don't know if this was my school type of thing, or this is a all Kenyan public high schools type of thing, but teachers were just so weird. Like, you'd fight with the teacher over such stupid things. Kama sisi would be told that you can't style your hair because you'll distract the teachers, ama sijui you're competing with other. Mind you, we didn't plait our hair. Everyone had their like natural or relaxed hair, but ati you had to tie all your hair back. Okay, patikana you've styled your hair, that's an offense. Guys, my brain functions whether I have hair in my eyes or I do not. My brain is the same. It was, and then like, you couldn't ati have long nails. I know they say like it's a discipline type of thing, but what do my nails have to do with my education? What does my hair have to do with this boring class? Yeah, make it make sense. Make it make sense. Like, teachers were just so strange. I remember there was a time when I was in Form 4, and then there was this teacher. He was a CRE teacher, and then he seemed to just have beef with random people, and I never got it. I mean, he was on teaching practice, so he was maybe in his early 20s. And now that I'm in my early 20s, I do not get that type of behavior. He just have beef. Why are you having beef with high school babes? He just have beef over stupid things. He sees you doing one during his class, he starts speaking on you. Now it's a whole lecture case. Now I really do not understand the mentality behind high school teachers. Like, they just catch beef over the dumbest of things. Ati, guys, let's be serious. I used to think, okay, yeah, discipline and everything, but now when I think back, I'm just like, manze, these teachers need therapy. Cause tell me why somebody's father, Baba Kinuthia, why are you creeping on the windowsill trying to catch someone who's sleeping? Why did you wake up at 4 a.m. to come creeping? Evie? You're creeping so that you catch people who are sleeping during preps. You need help. Guys, please, let's set a petition to have these teachers psychoanalyzed before we give them custody of our children, because these things really do not make sense. Another thing that I really struggle understanding to date is some of the rules that they will set. Why does me wearing a school jumper, why does it trigger you so extremely, Mrs. Njoroge? Why is it such a problem? And then, mind you, my school was in Embu, so at the foothills of Mount Kenya. Periods like this during the rainy season, it will get like extremely cold, raining all the time. If you've been to Embu, Meru, Chuka sides, you know how the weather is. So there was a rule that you can't wear a jumper during class time. So those who are so pressed at umeva jumper because they feel you will sleep in your class. You're wearing a vest, you're wearing a t-shirt, you're wearing a shirt, you're wearing a sweater, you're wearing a trench coat and boots, and then you're telling me that I can't have a jumper or leg warmers, and it's almost snowing outside. It doesn't make sense. My mom was a high school teacher. She's now retired, but I'd ask her, are these the kind of things that you put your students through? Like, wewe mom venye nakujua, you're such a mature person. Are these the things? Do you go around sneaking to catch people sleeping? Ama every minute thing, sasa you're giving me life advice? Because I don't see my mom doing that, and I don't think the family of those teachers would have ever thought that those are the types of things that they're doing in school. So something else that has baffled me to this day is why teachers were such snitches. Like, teachers would wait for PTA meetings for them to now just paint you as the devil, as the biggest devil that has ever existed. Of course, not every teacher. Disclaimer, I was a top performing student in high school. I was an A student, so I didn't understand all this drama ilikuwa nini. But I remember one specific time, this same CRE teacher, my dad came, and my dad is very like me, extremely unbothered. Like, he just couldn't be bothered. He's just there for PR. That's it. So we sit down, and then this teacher is like, Glory, you're performing well. And then he says, but you really sleep in my class. Mind you, this is one of the most boring teachers that I experienced in high school. Plus, I think I had like a sleeping problem that I maybe should look into, because I will sleep almost every single lesson. Generally, I was just a very sleepy person. So he says, yeah, she's such a good student, she performs well, but she really sleeps in my class. He was just so petty, and he fed off of drama. Like, he just loved where the drama was, there he was. Like, my dad is extremely unbothered. Like, he doesn't enjoy those sijui meetings, sijui gatherings, he doesn't enjoy those things. So even for him to be there, he was doing us a favor. He was doing me and those teachers a favor, because he couldn't miss it. But he was just like, let's get this over with, let's go as fast as we can. I want to leave. So he takes a moment and he asks him, Analala, hey. And I can see the grin on his face, because he's waiting for that scolding for my dad to tell me, oh, najua nalipa school fees, nawe kazi yako ni kulala. So my dad says, analala, lakini si anapita, mi sioni shida. And when I say I have never wanted to hug my dad more than I did in that moment, I'm like, manze. And mind you, my dad, he was asleep during those meetings. So I mean, like father, like daughter, at this point it's beyond me. It's just genetics. What do you want me to do? Because trust my dad to sleep in every single meeting and in every single gathering, and to be bored out of his mind. So it's beyond me. This is just a family thing. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Stay safe, because the same material that was used to make these teachers is the same material that is used to make people that serve in government offices, nurses, and mama wa M-Pesa. So angry at the world. Why are you just trying to pick a fight where there's no fight? Why don't you love peace? Why do you feel that this rule will make our lives better? But we made it out. As in, even there's no single person from my high school who has anything good to say about that school. Like, we all got out and you're like, I want nothing to do. I want nothing to do with this school or the people in this school. I just want to put it behind me. Work hard, guys. Work hard so that your kids will have better experiences in high school. Okay? And if you're studying to be a teacher, or if you're a teacher, please be a good teacher. Thanks. Anyway, yeah, that's it from me, guys. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. If you're to this point of the video, if you relate this much to this video, let's hold hands and just like hold each other down, because woo, dark days. But look at us now, happy, moved on, and all that good stuff. I want to hear about your experiences. Misery loves company. I want to hear about your experiences in a public high school or in a private one, but now mbona enjoy. Let me know in the comments. Let us laugh together. Let us reminisce on the ghetto that was high school, you know? And let's hope that things get better. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. It's been real. It's been tough. It's been real G. Until next time, bye. Bye.